Another story we are following: who will lead Nashville General Hospital into the next chapter? That is a question without an answer tonight. Good evening to you. I'm Carrie Sharp.
And I'm Rory Johnston. As we first told you last night, several members of the Hospital Authority Board gave Dr. Joseph Webb a vote of no confidence late yesterday afternoon. Our investigative reporter Jennifer Krause is following this closely and tonight has some perspective on how we got here and what could be next, Jen.
That's right. Well, tomorrow afternoon, the full board of the Nashville Hospital Authority is set to vote whether or not Dr. Webb will keep his job as hospital CEO or not. And as you're about to see, board members have a lot to consider.
Populations need access to quality health care.
Dr. Joseph Webb was named CEO of Nashville General Hospital in 2015, but to his critics, especially the last few years, it's been a bumpy ride.
I have some concerns about whether Dr. Webb is the right person to advance the hospital.
And Tuesday afternoon,
I am of the opinion that now is the time for a reset.
It appeared that Webb's tenure at the city's safety net hospital could be coming to an end as the Hospital Authority Board's committee charged with evaluating the CEO's job performance voted
I would move
to not renew his contract when it expires in June.
We're encouraging all of the residents of the community.
Webb, who makes nearly $1 million a year between his salary and benefits, has come under fire for a variety of reasons, including ongoing financial problems at the hospital, which gets tens of millions of dollars a year in subsidies from Metro to help keep the hospital's doors open and accessible to the city's poor and uninsured. This year alone, Nashville General is getting nearly $60 million in taxpayer money. But recent audits have uncovered multiple significant deficiencies and recurring problems with the hospital's financial accounting. In 2021, News Channel 5 Investigates found that the hospital had fallen behind in paying its bills, while at the same time was paying former Metro Councilman Jerry Maynard $30,000 a month for public relations and lobbying work, something at least one council member at the time called excessive.
The taxpayers cannot afford this crap.
Now, 4 years later, Maynard's pay, we found, has climbed to more than $37,000 a month, or close to $500,000 a year. Among Maynard's assignments, we discovered, is promoting Dr. Webb online. Some have also questioned the decision last year to hire Webb's then 26-year-old daughter. Raina Webb's LinkedIn profile shows she has limited experience, yet she gets $132,000 a year to be director of operations and oversee more than half a dozen, quote, key departments at the hospital. Dr. Webb sends you a letter. Next day, you send him a letter. What's going on? We have also reported on the running feud between the leadership of Meharry Medical College and the hospital. Earlier this month, Dr. James Hildreth, the president of Meharry, told us how he felt hospital leadership had turned its back on the medical college, despite Meharry's agreement with the city designating Nashville General as the teaching hospital for its students.
and that is still in place now.
Absolutely.
While Webb repeatedly assured the Hospital Authority Board last month that a professional service agreement or payment contract between the two was in place, it actually expired 2 years ago, and Hildreth maintains Nashville General has refused to sign a new one. Dr. Webb says the negotiations have been ongoing and regular meetings.
Well, I really don't want to comment on that. I don't have any enmity or animus toward Dr. Webb.
But the look on your face there, when I asked you that question, seemed like, no, that's not right.
The problem with that is that, by all accounts, the relationship between Meharry and the hospital is and has been for some time dysfunctional.
Board members on Tuesday expressed concerns that Webb has also had trouble getting along with City Hall for years, dating back to Mayors Cooper and even Barry, and that he's not been forthcoming or transparent with the board itself. And this all comes as Webb is actively pushing for a new hospital with an estimated price tag of $700 million.
I believe it is in the best interest of the organization, its employees, and stakeholders that the board not renew Dr. Webb's contract.
Former NGH employee Laura Cantrell told the board at Tuesday's meeting that she'd been a manager at the hospital for 10 years.
As an employee, it became evident to me that the CEO consistently created positions for his friends and family and promoted those with close personal ties to him, regardless of their qualifications.
And board members shared they've heard similar complaints from current employees.
There are, inconsistencies. There are retaliation. There is favoritism and nepotism. there is some non-functional and medical equipment disparity in hiring practices. To me, that goes to culture.
Dr. Webb did have at least one supporter on the board Tuesday.
And I believe in Dr. Webb. I believe that he can do the job.
Dr. Shandana Fagans has served on the Hospital Authority Board for much of Webb's tenure.
He has a passion, like you said, for the underserved and for the marginalized. And he's done great things since he's been here.
Yet when it came to decide whether or not to keep him on the job,
all in favor?
Dr. Fagans was silent, choosing to abstain from the vote.
I appreciate everyone's time.
Now, again, yesterday's recommendation will go to the full Hospital Authority Board for a vote at its meeting tomorrow afternoon. Dr. Webb's contract expires June 30th.
Jen, any word yet from Dr. Webb?
No, nothing. Since the board's vote yesterday, I have repeatedly asked his spokesperson if he had anything to say, and I've gotten no response. I've also, though, been reaching out to his PR team now for several weeks as I've worked on this story, trying to talk with him, and early on, they stopped responding to my requests.
So we're left to wonder.
Trying to clarify the message, I don't know. We'll see, but I know you're going to keep following up on it, right?
We'll be at the meeting tomorrow, and we'll let you know what happens.
Jen, thank you.